Hello and good evening. My name is Jeremiah Shaver and I'm a multimedia journalist with The Telegram. I am broadcasting live here along Pennsylvania Avenue in the city of Wellston, where the time is now 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, September 6th, and the grand finale parade for the 2025 Wellston, Ohio Hill Country Festival should be making its way from the staging area to where I am on the parade route this evening. Appreciate everybody tuning in this evening. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family. Now, I got a lot of folks that like to watch these parades that used to live here in Jackson County. So appreciate everybody tuning in this evening. And we will, if it's your first time watching, I tend to call it as I see it. So as the parade comes down the route, I will call out what it is, if I can identify it. If I can't, I won't. And keep in mind, I'm a one-man show, so in addition to doing the video and the voiceover, I am taking pictures for the newspaper. So if I have a little bit of a lag in what I'm calling out, that is why. See someone saying they're watching from Utah. Welcome into the stream. We've got somebody watching from Alabama. Welcome in. So once again, anybody joining, we are broadcasting live here along Pennsylvania Avenue in the city of Wellston for the 2025 Wellston, Ohio Hill Country Festival, also known as the OHillCo Festival, where we are awaiting the grand finale parade here on Saturday evening, September 6th. We'll have some entertainment this evening. At 8 o'clock on the stage will be Attaboy. It's a kind of indie punk pop that'll be on the stage this evening entertaining. And then at 10:30 p.m. this evening will be the crowning of your 2026 OHillCo Festival royalty. So they'll be crowning the Miss, the Junior Miss, the Little Miss, and their courts, and that'll take place at 10:30. The lead car in the parade is making its way to the intersection there of Pennsylvania Avenue and 2nd Street. You should be able to see it on screen now, and we can see a lead car there, Wellston Police Department, making its way to the intersection. We have somebody watching from Maryland. Welcome in. They are family to Emily. welcome in. So we've got the lead car here, Wellston Police Department, and looks like they have, I can't tell if that's flowers or a bow. I'm gonna guess that's probably in memory of Officer Matthew Jumper. Looks like a wreath, maybe. And coming up behind, we have another unit from the Wellston Police Department. We got the Officer Matthew Jumper logo there over the department. Coming up next into the frame, you have the Jackson County Sheriff Ted Frazier making his way into the frame. We have a unit from the Ohio State Highway Patrol. We have a unit from the OHillCo Police Department. Looks like Davey Ward, Police Chief, making his way through the parade. And behind them we have a unit from the Jackson Police Department. Looks like, yep. Alright, and then we have the colors. Got the American Legion there, along with the Boy Scouts of America making their way through the grand finale parade here. And coming up next, we have a unit from the DAV, that's the Disabled American Veterans. And behind them, we have a unit from the Jackson County Veterans Services Office. And behind them we have, this would be the unit representing Emily Manley. She is the Grand Marshal this year, and we can see husband Joe driving the truck and some family on foot there as they make their way through the parade. And here are your 2025 Wellston OHillCo Festival royalty. Riding in the parade here. They will be crowning a new court at 10:30 p.m. This evening. And behind them we have a unit from the Wellston Fire Department. You can see some of their water rescue equipment in tow here. So that's pretty cool. We have a unit from the Jackson County EMS. And coming into the frame, we have, these are your finalists, your 9 finalists for your 2026 OHillCo royalty. These young ladies were the top finalists on Thursday evening, and they will find out tonight their rankings. And directly behind them, this is your Wellston Senior Citizen King and Queen. That is Dave Smith and Anita Wonders. And behind them, we have a unit from the Jackson County Senior Citizen Center. And directly behind them, you have your Wellston High School Golden Marching Rockets. We'll listen in here as they march past. And then directly behind them, you have your Wellston cheerleaders. And we got some little football players and some little cheerleaders making their way through here. And behind them, you have the Co-Blue unit making their way through the parade. That's the Golden Rockets marching band. That's their unit that they debuted. It's been many years ago now, and then you can see their unit here that they use for traveling. Coming up next, you have royalty from the OHillCo Festival of Flags. That royalty was crowned, it was Memorial Day weekend. We were there for that, the Telegram, and covered that crowning of the new Queen and Court. So there they are making their way through the parade. And then we have Wellston Mayor Anthony Brenner in the blue truck there, pulling a unit. This is your 2026. You see Sharon Brenner there, wife. She's running for school board this year. You can see the class of 2026 making their way through this evening as they go. And then coming up behind them, you have a unit from the Wellston Fire Department, I do believe, making their way through. And next we have a unit from Flowerland. That's a local business here in the city of Wellston, located over on 1st Street here in the city. If you need any flower needs, check out Flowerland. Coming up next, you have a unit from the Jackson Apple Festival. This is the Jackson Apple Festival. It's coming up, 3rd full week in September, and this Queen and Court was crowned, the Queen with her court was crowned back in April. Coming up next, you have the unit from Hocking County Fallen Heroes, and you can see Phil Lightfoot making his way through here. Directly behind them, you have a unit from Bundy Elementary. Got a bunch of tots on there riding in the parade this evening. There they go, making their way through. Coming up next is a unit from the Hamden Volunteer Fire Department. Check out that truck. Instant Command, it says on the back. Then coming up next, we have elect Roger Rader Wellston School Board. Roger is currently on school board and he is running for re-election. There are 3 seats up for election this fall, and Roger is hoping to secure re-election for one of those seats. There's a total of 6 candidates that are running for school board here in the city of Wellston. And then coming up next, still we got more units from Elect Rader School Board. So got a bunch of people supporting Roger here for his re-election to Wellston School Board. Whole slew of folks there. Alright, so coming up next we have some royalty. This is royalty from just up the road here. This is your This is your royalty from the Wild Turkey Festival. We were there for that crowning as well. So that was your Wild Turkey Festival. That was the first full weekend in May. That is when that festival took place. So now we have some units from the Aladdin Shriners. This is your hillbilly clan with all their unique vehicles making its way through. And behind them we have a unit from the Wellston American Legion. It says support local veterans. It's Donna Smith. And behind them, this is Buckeye Girl State representative making her way through. And then we have a unit from the Wellston Fire Department. I believe this is their part of their water and dive rescue. They're Ohio Region 7. They go out on a lot of different calls. And behind them we have a unit from the Encore Elite. It's a baton corps. And behind them we have royalty from, I believe this is the, is this Bainbridge? Yes, the Fall Festival of Leaves. That's in Bainbridge, Ohio. Third full weekend in October. So there's something you can look forward to if you like to travel to different festivals. And behind them, that's the first place winner from the baby contest today. And then behind them, we got some royalty. I believe this is from River. Is this River? Yeah, River Days from Portsmouth. And coming up next, I see we got a bunch of folks representing Joel Eisenagel. He is also running for school board. He is one of 6 that are seeking election. There's only 3 seats available. There's only 3 seats available, and there's 6 people running for Wellston School Board, and Joel Eisenagel is one of those 6 individuals that are running. He's got a bunch of people walking in the parade here, showing support for him for his upcoming election. Once again, that is your November election. That will be Tuesday, November. I had to look at a calendar. I feel like it's like the 3rd or 4th, 5th, 4th. Should be the 4th general election. Got a little bit of a lull here, but coming up next, this is Show Dolls, Jackson, Ohio, Baton Corps.
Hey, I need your help. I'm gonna tag you in. No, I'm good.
So once again, this is Show Dolls, Jackson, Ohio. It's a baton corps. Alright, coming up next, we have a unit from the Wellston Fire Department. This is their hazardous material response trailer here. Check it out. I think this is new. I'm gonna have to get with them. This may be a story there. It's awful shiny. I'll have to check with them on that. Alright, and then we have some royalty from Nelsonville. This is your Parade of the Hills. It is the third full weekend in August. So that one's already come and gone. Coming up next, Beaver Oktoberfest. That's there in Beaver in Pike County. Still got time to check that one out. And then next, we got a bunch of folks re-elect John Jackson, Wilson City School Board. John is currently on school board. I can't remember how many terms he's been on now, but he is seeking re-election. Once again, he is one of six individuals that are running for re-election in the school board for the city of Wellston. So. Then we have, I believe this is one of the mini, well, you can't see her, but she's on the back of the truck. I believe it was one of the mini queens, I do believe. And then this is also another mini princess that just went by. I can't see her, she's in the back of the truck. And then we have a baby contest winner, first place in the boys, 13 to 18 months. And then behind them, we have the Christian Life Academy Marching Band making their way in. We'll listen in here. We have some more royalty. This is 2025 River Days, the Little Miss Princess, Izzy. So I believe Portsmouth River Days was just this past weekend there in Portsmouth. Then we have a unit from Liberty Township Volunteer Fire Department. It's engine 1506 making their way through the parade here. All right, and this is Little Miss Parade of the Hills Queen and Court making their way through. Can't see them; they're on the back of the truck there. Folks making their way through, and then they had the Grace Baptist Fellowship making their way through. I see Pastor Tim Jones there driving the truck. You can see their float here, blue and gold Wellston colors. They make their way through. Then we have a unit from the Wellston Fire Department. And you're not going to be able to see them, but this is royalty from New Straitsville, Ohio. That's the Moonshine Festival held Memorial Day weekend. And coming in the frame, this is the Wellston Fire Department. It's engine 1905. We've come to a little bit of a stop here in the Grand Finale Parade. Guess there's a little bit of hold up somewhere down the road. But we're starting to move again. Got royalty coming into the frame here from the Circleville Pumpkin Show. I know that's coming up there in October. And if you've never been, I've been once. And the one time that I went, it was wall-to-wall people. but lots of neat things to see up at that show, at the Circle Boat Pumpkin Show. And coming up next, we have royalty from the Wild Turkey Festival. This is probably your little miss. That was held back the first full weekend in May there in MacArthur, Ohio, in downtown. Coming up next, this is the Wellston Fire Department's Spirit Truck, all dressed up in that Wellston Golden Rocket theme. You got that blue and you got the yellow, and it's just really neat to see. Okay, and then coming up next, we have some more royalty. This is, they've not got a sign on the side of their, it's Portsmouth River Days. I do believe their River Days was held this past weekend. And we got some more royalty riding in the back of a pickup truck here. This is the London Strawberry Festival. And then we got a unit, looks like from the village of Colton. Making its way past the screen. And coming up next, we have some more royalty. I believe this is the Herds of Hope royalty. And after the Herds of Hope royalty, we have another baton corps. This is the Eclipse Baton Group, Jackson, Ohio. Been around since 1989. So this group is as old as I am. Check out the pom-poms on the boots there as they make their way by, sporting the sparkly green and the black. Got the white boots with the pom-pom there on front. And coming up next, we have a unit from the Jackson Fire Department. This is their lift truck. It's Tower 1406. I've seen this truck in action a few times over the years, so it's pretty cool. And next, we got some more royalty. This is your Jackson County Fair royalty. They were crowned back in July. We were there for their crowning as well. And it was either March or April is when that royalty had their contest and was selected. And then they were later crowned during the Jackson County Fair. Which seems so long ago now. But in actuality, it wasn't too long ago. So, and coming up behind them, we have more royalty. I believe this is royalty from up the road in Benton County. This is your Benton County Fair royalty. They were also crowned in July. The royalty for the fair, both fairs, the Jackson County Fair is held, and then the Benton County Fair is held, so they are kind of back to back to one another. Coming up next, we have the City of Wellston's it's Tower 1, and it's their, I think you call it their lift truck. It's kind of like a ladder truck, but it's not. It's more safe than a traditional ladder truck. Making its way by here. pickup truck. Got some royalty. Can't tell where they're from. I think it's Southern Ohio Beauties, maybe. Southern Ohio Sweethearts. So Southern Ohio Sweethearts there. So this is Southern Ohio Sweethearts making their way past the camera now. And behind them we have Little Mr. Buckeye Furnace making his way through. Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival will be coming up here in October. It's, if you've never been out to that, it's pretty neat that they have. And behind them it says 2025 WFD Queen Summer Dickerson. That's probably the Wilkesville Fire Department Queen. They was a betting man. And behind them we have, this is your 2025 Miss Benton County. It's the Athletic Boosters, their royalty. So that's Miss Benton County making their way through the parade this evening. So just up the road. And we have Angles Garage. If you need towing services, 740-577-3636 is the number to call. That is Angles Garage. They got another bigger unit making its way through the parade here. Once again, that's 740-577-3636. That's Angles Garage and Record Service. And we've got semi-cab here, no marking on it, so I'm not sure. It's Peterbilt. And behind them we have a unit from the Wellston Fire Department. So this is engine 1902. And coming up next we have the Good Old Boys Electric making their way through this evening. Good Old Boys Electric making their way through. Have 2 units from them. And it may only be September, but you know who I see off in the distance? I see jolly old Saint Nick. And it's a friendly reminder, December and Christmas is only a couple months away before we get to see him again. There's the Wellston Lions Club Santa Float. It's a neat program that they do here in the city of Wellston, and they do make rounds in Jackson County. They go out, visit the kids in the different neighborhoods in the cities and villages at different times. They've gone through Colton and they've been through Jackson. You can see him there. He's got his sunglasses on, got his hat, and got his khaki pants, and his Hawaiian shirt there. So he's still on vacation, but he'll be heading back to the North Pole here very soon to get ready for the big day. Got a couple of John Deere tractors making their way through today. And can't forget about the annual hog roast at the Bible Baptist Church. That's 414 North Park Avenue in Wellston. That's coming up, and that's Sunday, September 14th for that, for anybody that would be interested. And behind them, we've got a unit from the Wellston Fire Department. This is engine 1906. And then we have a unit from the Wellston Police Department and a unit from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office bringing up the rear here for your 2025 Wellston OHillCo Festival Grand Finale Parade. Hope everybody enjoyed the live coverage this evening. We'll be back doing some live coverage tonight, hopefully for the crowning. And that's where we'll leave it for now. Reporting for the Telegram on theteleGramNews.com, I'm Jeremiah Shaver.